Hello everybody, it's David Adams here. I would like to share with you something that I've done today, the 30th of May 2016. Today I have been to a conference in Birmingham City Centre talking about about employment and other things concerning people with learning disabilities. I have met up with my development officer. Her name is Lizzie, and she's a new member of staff who's now working for Creative Support. And we've been talking about different things as a SURE, which stands for Service Users Recruitment of Excellence. That's what SURE stands for. Right, so today we've been talking about how we can improve the way we support people with learning disabilities. So we could get our face out there via social media, like for example I'm making this video that I put on YouTube, and as part of my role I would like to do some more event planning, and that involves like sitting down with a group of different people and talking about places where we want to go and things we want to do in the office building. And like later on in May, we're going to go to a place called Monkey Forest, which is up in Stoke-on-Trent. That should be a fun day out. And we was also talking about training days where service users can come in and interview like different members of staff and cover a variety of different things. And I'm also doing what's called an autism awareness video, which is another video on YouTube, and I'll give you the link to that later on in another video. And I'm sure that you've came across this many times, as this is something that is going to be useful in everyday life, such as an assertiveness course. I'm sure you pretty much know what assertiveness means. It can mean, what it means is you have to say how you feel without offending anyone. It's about what's important to you and what's important to another person, and it also means sticking up for yourself. And I need to practice more assertiveness techniques. And also we also have contact with this company called Build, which is British Institution for People with Learning Disabilities. Every now and again we go to a conference at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, which is located in Edgbaston, just outside of Birmingham town centre. And at this Build event, I meet up with other organisations. Like for example, I'm on Creative Support, and I met people from organisations called Our Way and etc. And we talk about things that we can improve, such as money and things out in the community, such as shops, more local facilities, for example gyms and swimming baths and going to libraries or public transport. We talk about all those different things. And another thing that I've also brought up at this conference that I went to today in Wall Street was employment. Now, as a young adult with learning disabilities, I'm entitled to working 16 hours a week, and they leave your benefits alone. And if you work over 16 hours, then they'll cut your benefits down, which can be very frustrating. So for anybody who's watching this video and you work with people with disabilities, like learning disabilities such as autism and Asperger's syndrome, I want you to give them a chance, because we people with learning disabilities, we are just normal human beings. We want to be loved, we want to experience happiness, we want to go out in the world of work and get a job and even earn some money, because we just want the same as everybody else. Because where employment is concerned, there's a lot of people suffering from unemployment. So people are out on the streets, they've got nowhere to go, and it can be a pretty depressing world for people who are unemployed. But luckily, we have what's called employment support allowance, which is a benefit where we're entitled to so much money a month to cover like our food and to pay for the rent in the flat. So anybody who watches this video, please give me some feedback in the comments below, or you can just comment on Facebook, and I'll look forward to hearing from you very soon. Thanks for your time.